All right, guys, I'm AOA. This is AOA the Shed. We got Rico Finesse back.
What's up, man? Rico Finesse. KCR, you know, Rico.
Hell yeah, man. Get us updated, man. What's been going on?
Man, honestly, not too much. Just right now, just preparing for the future a lot of preparation, a lot of, just planning for the future, trying to roll out some songs, trying to make sure everything work out how it's supposed to work.
Hell yeah. What's going to be different about this rollout that you're planning?
I feel like everything going to be different because it's going to be more of a focused approach to how I'm doing everything. That's why I ain't really dropped in a long time, because I'm really trying to do it the right way and make everything fall in line how it's supposed to fall in line, and just not rush anything and not trying to like make it a simple type of drop like I usually do. I haven't put too much. I haven't put nearly as much. I ain't put 10% of what I'm about to put into the next time I drop something. Like everything in the past is nothing compared to what I'm about to do in the future.
Hell yeah. I remember you speaking about how many hours you've been putting into each song and mixing, man. It's been doubled since then in the beginning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely. I used to spend like probably like a 2-hour session, 1-2 hour session on a song. And then when I first started, really, 1-2 hour session on a song would be mixed like a rough mix, and then I'll drop the rough mix, not even realizing it wasn't mastered like it was supposed to be. Then over time, I just started learning more, started talking with my engineer more, and now I put at least 4 to 8 really in any song, and that's including the hours recorded and the master. So.
Hell yeah. And what about a music video? What is your approach going to be different in a music video or reels?
I say, as far as the music videos, because I've done music videos before, they just wasn't what they should have been. So I say for music videos, it's going to be more locations, more budget, more money put into the sets, the wardrobe, whatever. And it's going to be a lot more of a professional type of video and more of a better quality thing overall. And the reels, I think overall I've evolved on the reels in general the past, because that's something I've consistently just been doing the past, I say 2 years, because the first reel I dropped was in April 2021, and that one compared to like the last reel I did, the editing and everything is just different. So it's been just evolving as time went on. It's just been getting better and better anyways, because I've just been keeping that up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So how many songs should we expect? Or is it a tape we're getting?
Nah, ain't no tape this year, probably. But who knows what happened in the future. But in my plans, no tape this year. Just singles and good quality content coming out, really.
Hell yeah. So how many singles should we expect in 1 year from you?
This year, I say expect at least 4.
Okay.
At least 3.
Hell yeah.
But it could be more, it could be less, but it probably won't be less.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know you're talking about another thing, part of the rollout. You might be doing a clothing brand.
Yeah, I'm working on something like that, and probably have everything finalized in the next month or so. But it's not gonna be basic simple clothing. It's gonna be something really good quality and really good designs and all that. So it's got to be done right. So I can take my time.
Full or just shirts or?
Right now I'm thinking shirts, hoodies, crew necks, and that's probably what we're gonna start with.
Yeah. When it comes to that, do you like to use a website that they can go through, or do they?
I found a little website for the actual material and all that, like a good website that make good material clothing and shit. But as far as the designs, I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah. But now, have you done any shows since the last time we talked?
Yeah, I did a couple. Since the last time we talked, that's been a year, so I did a lot actually. I did, because when we first talked, I was talking about how I just did my first one, I think, and since then I've done like at least 10 probably. Because after that, we talked in February, March. It was March, and I think May. I had like 3 back to back, like one Friday, next Friday, and the Friday after that, and then I had like another one like a month after that. And then 2 weeks after that, another one. Just that summer, last summer, just was a lot of them. And then I did a couple openings at Pierre's. The last one I did was Kirko in November, and that was cool. And then I performed at Carl's a couple months ago.
So yeah. Speaking on that Kirko, how did you get with that one?
Let me see. This dude DM'd me. One of the promoters DM'd me, or not DM me, inboxed me on Facebook and was like, "Yo, bro, I'm trying to, see what's up. We trying to perform the Kirko shit, and I looked at it, and then I just decided to do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So what about, let's say, what was something memorable over that summer? Like, what was a crazy concert or show experience for you?
I say, honestly, either the one that was in April, which that's not the summer, but that was one of my favorite ones because we organized it ourselves. We put together everything. I promoted a lot. We had a little funny reel we did to promote it, and it turned out really good. And that was at Flashbacks. I think I don't think it's called Flashbacks no more. I think it's like Charlie's Place or something like that. But that was at Flashbacks. But another one that really was like a highlight of the year was at Carl's because it was just so deep in there. Like it was at least like 100 people in there, and it was just the energy was different than I ever seen at a show. So that probably was like the best, my favorite one of last year, for sure.
Yeah. Now, since you've gotten all that experience from shows and you know how to run it, what are some things you see common that you would change to improve the local show?
Local, okay. I think it honestly, one thing that can't really be improved too much, but should be, is the venues. Like we got it's a couple venues in Fort Wayne that's really good venues, but they just not usable by like local people as much because for one, maybe they charge too much, and for two, maybe it's like they don't allow like local shows. They only do big shows and shit like that, or some it's usually shit like that with the local shows. But as far as what can be improved, honestly, just the overall way the shows ran. Because when it's local, you kind of want to give everybody a chance. You kind of want to make sure everybody get their, shine. But sometimes I be on shit where it's kind of too many artists, or it's just a drag throughout where like they don't maybe like keep there's no host, or there's no like nobody keeping the energy up, keeping people engaged. So shit like that, I would say.
Yeah. So what's a good number of performances for a local scene that you would feel like, oh yeah, we going?
I say 6. That's like the magic number. But anything less is cool. Like 4 to 6, I say is really like a good amount. But if you got 8, then one thing to compensate for that is shorter set times. But nobody want to perform shorter set time. But I say 10 minutes if you're gonna do 8 people, and that's kind of pushing it. But if you got 8 people, then that's really nobody gonna want to perform with less time than 10 minutes. But I just say probably should do it with 8 people. But it's local, so it's kind of like hard not to. I can see why they do it, why people do that, but I just wouldn't personally. I'd rather take the loss, and it's just because honestly, I know I wouldn't if I ran a show and performed at it and all that. I wouldn't really be trying to make a profit. I wouldn't care to break even really. I'd be just trying to get as many people in the door as possible. Even if we got 4 performers, if they good enough performers and they got a following that's gonna show up, then I'd rather do that than have like a bunch of people perform.
Yeah.
But that's just from an artist perspective, I feel like.
Yeah. Do you plan on throwing a show here soon or in a year?
Yeah, that's something I always like thought about and been like looking into, but it ain't nothing I really have planned right now. But if I was to do something like that, I'll get into it with like I'll probably tap in with my engineer because he was talking about something like that a couple months ago, and then maybe another like promoter friend I got, and then try to organize something and try to make it big. But right now, maybe I'll plan something like that for the future if it falls in line like it's supposed to, and if I like come across somebody that's gonna really like do what I need them to do, and yeah, because last year at the Flashback show, that was kind of like a show we put together on our own, and I ain't gonna say like the overall like thing wasn't like it was supposed to be. But like it could have improved. There's things we could have improved on, and we could have made shit a lot more smoothly ran. So I think you just learn for next time for real.
Hell yeah! What's the best way to get people into the seats?
I don't know. The best way to get people into the seats is come and show up. Probably like raffles, prizes. Also, like we did a real video. Me in Japan, we were talking about like the show, and then we kind of like little blooper cuts and shit like that in there, making people laugh. That people get people to engage more, and then I think in turn it's gonna get people to show up more because they're gonna be more like comfortable. I say with what like the show is, and they'll actually know what's finna go on. Cause you see a flyer, you might see a flyer, and then you skip right past it because it's just a flyer. But if you see people talking about the show and engaging with themselves and then posting it, then you more likely to show up. I think that's why we did the whole reels. I think I wanted to make sure we had enough promotion for it because I was like, no, these flyers not cutting it. We need like some actual visual content for this.
Hell yeah. Speaking on advertising, I know you said we were talking outside. You prefer a bigger page to shout you out rather than going through the Instagram and or Facebook reels.
Yeah.
Could you speak on that?
Yeah. I say because like I was saying, like I do the paid promotion in the future. I haven't yet, but I do it in the future because I think it's something beneficial. But I think a big page posting you is gonna bring you a wider span of audience in a faster amount of time. Like if you got a page with 500K to 1.5 million posting you, then you're gonna have anything between like 200 to 600K people eyes on you immediately. So I think that's really beneficial to somebody who has good content that they want to get like a lot of exposure with. They want a lot of people to see them, and it's a really good song, really good snippet or reel or whatever. I would say post it on your page, share the promotion, or not share the promotion, but pay for like the sponsorship to get more people to see it, and then pay a bigger page that's like a huge page to repost it. Then that's gonna bring you a lot of unique visitors to your profile, a lot of people who never heard of you or never seen you. Like, and I know with the promotion you can do to different places, like you can do different locations and areas that's gonna be ran at, but I think the big page has got a worldwide fan base of artists, or not artists, but fans that are people in general that's been following that page for years. But I'll say a lot of mistakes people make with them is them fake pages.
I was
that
about
got
to ask.
Yeah.
How do you verify, and then do you reach out to them or do they reach out to you?